I honestly don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And
The
looks like we started.
not going too far. The last match, this losers finals, I guess that would have been between Spike and Kruncha. That didn't play, sadly.
SMH.
That would have been really close, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But whatever, Spike had other things to do,
Yeah.
and we're here.
We're here. We're
But
going. 1-1.
either way, this is the grand finals that most people predicted.
Yeah, these are probably these are the best two in the tournament for sure.
Yeah, and you can tell they both nailed the first boost. That it's not easy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's see if they take a dip skip. Goldfish crunching, not even going for it. Even I can get that, so I don't know what they're doing. Crunching with
no,
big mess up there.
Oh! What is?
He just wants to make it. He wants to make it more interesting. He wants to make it a comeback. I like it.
Yeah. So actually, Kruncha and Goldfish did face up due to seeding.
Oh yeah.
A mysterious thing happened with the setting, but they faced up on winners semis, and if I don't remember wrong, Goldfish won 2-0 there. I think that was a best of 3.
I think so.
But here's the thing: both racers were really, really tight, and we didn't know back then that digital was quite a bit faster than the physical copy.
Yeah,
Kruncha had the physical copy, so he was on a huge disadvantage.
Exactly.
And actually, on that race, since it was that close, then we were able to figure that it was actually a big difference.
Kruncha, not looking hot so far. That
It's okay.
2-minute world level 1, but he's gonna come back. I can feel it. This is gonna be a good race. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. So since the last match didn't play out, both players have actually not played this game in a while because they were only practicing for this tournament, you know. So there should be, at least I think, on even ground.
Yeah.
At least on preparation. But there comes the other part, which is actually performing under pressure and stuff.
Goldfish is kind of notorious for barely playing the game and being really good still, so he might have an upper hand there. But
he is super famous for pulling out insane runs on races and insane tricks.
But if Kruncha pulls out that canned wine, I think he'll do just.
So here's a trick here at the. Oh, Goldfish actually did go for it. Okay.
Nice.
That was a trick that Kruncha before the race told me that he wasn't really too comfortable with. But
we'll see.
We'll see if he tries to go for it.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay. So that's what happens if you are timing slightly off.
That's what happens when oscillation gets you. Never your fault. It's always oscillation.
Yeah, exactly. Block. Okay, 1-3 is one of those levels that with Cranky was a lot easier, but with Funky we have to do quite a bit more to play optimally. It can go very wrong, especially with these spikes that you see on the ground. If Funky falls on those, he has to slowly hop his way out of it, and it's a huge time.
One of the quote-unquote upgrades of Funky is that he can stand on spikes without getting hurt, but that means you can't actually walk on spikes. So you get all your momentum taken away if you ever touch a spike.
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty funny because I'm pretty sure the trailer says like even spikes can slow him down.
Yeah.
No, it slows him quite quite a lot. Yeah. Yeah. So far seems pretty like perfect level from both of them. Haven't seen any mistakes. Optimally, well, I'm not too good at like, I guess like time goals, but I know that an amazing perfect world one time is 9 minutes. So that's what we will look for when we're seeing like how good are they doing.
Yeah. Coming up on 1-4. First auto-scroller in the game.
Yes.
Gotta love auto-scrollers. Can speed it up by jumping. Can speed it up quite a bit. But just hopping over slopes and stuff.
Yeah, so this is one of two types of autoscroller. Oh, Goldfish missed the
Missed the barrel skip.
the barrel skip.
That is that means his run is now cursed. He's probably gonna lose now because
It's
of
not
that.
it's not a huge time loss. It's like if you go for it and fail it, it's probably like 0.3 or something.
Yeah.
His ego just took a huge blow. Like he's right now thinking, "Dang, people saw that."
I don't know, I would just turn off the game right there if I missed barrel skip.
Yeah, so like Jump said well, this is one of two types of auto-scrollers. This is the minecart one. And on this one you can speed up by jumping up slopes and some down slopes, not all of them.
Yeah.
There's some down slopes that will give you a little bit more speed, and after you get that top speed, you will want to jump off them to avoid having to ride the diagonal. If that makes sense.
Exactly.
And pretty much every uphill will slow you down. So if you hop across it, you will not be slowed down.
Exactly.
That being said,
oh,
yeah,
go
go
ahead.
on.
There is actually a way to skip auto scrollers, but that is what the no DA in the title is for. Death abuse. You can kill yourself 8 times and skip auto scrollers, which actually saves time, but that's not the category we're playing.
Oh yeah.
Definitely the better category, but no one else agrees with me on that. So.
Yeah, Gems is pretty alone in that opinion. But yeah, in like since Funky Mode is easy mode, there's that option like Jam said that we can die at times and we skip the level. Looks kind of funny, looks kind of junky, but it's a thing. We don't use it because I don't know, like it's legacy reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so here we see that Goldfish switched to Cranky. Cranky was discovered to be able to do some amazing stuff in this level on the Switch version. And we'll see now on these hits, like he can, like One Piece hurt box got incredibly, like it's incredibly small compared to the Wii U version.
Yeah.
And the reason for that, I'm pretty sure that there was a demo of Tropical Freeze on the PAX East and stuff. And I'm pretty sure that people were fighting this boss and they were getting BS hits all over the place.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because One Piece hitbox was super janky back then.
Yeah.
Extremely. There was no reason to take some certain hits.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure they decided to make a last minute change. And this is the consequence of this. So we can basically hit Bumpy as soon as he gets on a ridge, basically.
Yeah.
And nobody tried it for a while on Switch, but it ended up saving 45 seconds, if I'm not mistaken.
It was a lot. Definitely added a lot more skill to this boss. The funky one was a lot easier to get, I think, than this one. It was kind of jank though, but this is definitely way better than the funky strat was.
Yeah, Funky was able to do some hits early. I think there was 3 of them.
Yeah.
But Cranky can do 8. Which is obviously much better. Okay, so Goldfish I think got a perfect fight, and his time is Jesus at 8:58. Yeah,
that's pretty
like
good.
I was saying, like and sub 9 is a super good time, and 8:58 it's absolutely insane.
Oh yeah. I think Kruncha also got a 9 for 9, so not losing time.
Yeah, Kruncha got a 9:14, which is not bad.
It's not bad.
And funny enough, he made only one mistake, but it's that disgrace you saw in 1-1.
Yeah.
It's funny that's his only mistake. He has nailed everything else, but that. Yeah, unless he missed a bumpy hit. I actually am not sure if he got all of them. But...
I think he got all of them.
Okay.
Both of the players switching to Funky. Very good decision. Funky is a lot faster on every level. except for World 4 and Pompey, which we'll be seeing later. But yeah.
Exactly. So basically, switching Kongs obviously takes time, but if you switch on the first level of a world, that time gets nullified due to the loading times.
Yeah.
So it also turns out that it's optimal on the next sequence of levels to use Funky, except in 2-2, but the overall it gets it's faster overall. So yeah, 2-1. It's famously commentary. The thing to say is that it's the first level that you can actually die, because it has a lot more pits, which is true.
Yeah.
It's also where the technical level of the platforming goes up by a lot.
Yeah.
And it really shows.
Yeah, pretty much anyone can shit their way through World 1 and get like a 10-minute time. But after once we get to World 2, it's cranks it up a notch. You gotta put the time in.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, perfect 2-1 from both of them again. Again, this should be a really high quality race.
Oh yeah.
And which should create a good race, but yeah, we have to rely on them making some mistakes for the other one to catch up.
Exactly.
Since they're both really good. It's not likely that that's gonna happen, but it will.
Goldfish with a small mistake there, jumping an extra time, losing his momentum.
Yeah, so Rumby, the general consensus is that he sucks.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
He feels really, I don't know how to say, but he feels really fat and slow.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a while for him to start running.
Exactly.
And every time he starts up a new run, you lose 0.1 instead of continuing your dash.
He's got a lot more landing lag than normally, so it doesn't feel good to play as him. And that's why Kruncha just straight up did not pick him up at all.
Kruncha has his own strat there. I think I timed it to be basically the same, but it looks way cooler.
Yeah. And you don't have to use
Rambi.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the mini extended last boost. With Cranky, we used to be able to keep that boost from those crates all the way here.
Yeah.
Like where Goldfish is now. But sadly, we don't get to see that with this.
Yeah, the switching times are far too long to justify that.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way way around it, sadly. But for the OG boys, some of you will remember that route. And sometime in the future, there probably will be OG runs again. But yeah, another perfect level from both of them.
Oh yeah.
And 2-3 would be a level that has a lot of risk to lose time, but on the Switch version, especially with Funky, you can double jump over a lot of the risky parts.
Yeah.
But the reason why normally would be a dangerous level is because there's global cycles. So that means that if they mess up something, they'll have to adjust, and they usually mess up different things every time, so they have to improvise a bit, and that can turn out badly sometimes.
Exactly. All the platforms are moving from the start of the level, so it's can get really messed up if you mess up anything at the beginning.
Yeah. So far, both are playing perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Huge surprise, right? And it's even crazier to know that they haven't been really playing this game.
Yeah.
Oh, Kruncha throws a small delay before the horn section. And that is a thing he has done from the Wii U days, because he was the Hando master and he had to do that for Hando, but now you can just go. I'm guessing that's a little signature move that he has. So yeah, at this point it's pretty. They both should have. They both had a perfect 2-3 basically.
Mm-hmm.
which leads us into the second autoscroller
2,
and
4.
the second miner level.
This
Again,
one,
same principles apply.
Yeah. This one's got a couple downhills that you don't want to jump over. That will really mess up jumps if you do.
Yeah. You can go for a barrel skip here. Goldfish didn't go for it. That will lose him the huge amount of 0.3 seconds.
Oh dang! I
So
didn't even know about that.
So Goldfish. Oh, Kruncha neither goes for it.
Damn. Could have saved a lot of time there. But yeah, just
it's what we said earlier, basically. Although there's a lot of flat ground here, but as soon as you see hills, you'll see where you can jump and save time. So in terms of design, this is my favorite autoscroller. I think it's so cool.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know how well the music is now, but yeah, the aesthetic and the music, it's so good. And the theme also, it's like you're in a sawmill effect. I don't know how to say it. But
it's pretty dope.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the rocket barrel, so I would also say this is probably the best autoscroller in the game. But I die a lot. I used to die a lot on this level, so I'm not too big a fan of it. We will definitely not be seeing that here.
Okay. There's a sadly infamous section that I found that you can die here.
Oh yeah.
You clip through the bottom of the cart.
You can get sucked down into fucking death.
Yeah, so that can happen if you duck and then you jump. Apparently, none of these players do it. That hill that you saw, if you jump up that hill, this section gets screwed up and you can die super easily. So we call that the granny hill because you have to granny it so you can be safe.
Yeah. Goldfish not dying. It's always a good sign. Kruncha also doing good. Perfect sawmills. Who would have guessed it?
Fantastic. Okay, the next two levels are cool in the sense that there's a lot of, I guess, tiny little improvement in strats that you can do. You can play this level in a really standard way and play really safe, but if you go for these tiny optimizations, you can save like 2 seconds on each of these levels. So we'll see what Goldfish goes for and Kruncha. Kruncha usually goes for more stuff, but Goldfish is so insanely consistent that it's really hard to picture him making a mistake. Like you see there, he didn't like the jump and he pulled back, and a potential disastrous mistake only cost him 1 second.
So what are the small optimizations? Because I don't even know if I'm quite sure what you're talking about.
After this balloon, you can keep your roll speed all the way to the owl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you bop the walrus, let's see if he gets it.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so from the other walrus, you can bop it double into that owl. And that ends up saving a second. I know Kruncha goes for it, so we'll see if he gets it or not.
Can save some time here.
Yeah. Not too low. That's the risk. So since he didn't get it, he lost half a second. Each time you get a hit, it's half a second. Almost exactly, actually. So yeah, if you go for it and you miss it, you lose half a second. But usually Kruncha gets it, but that's a little bit of rust there.
Yeah.
This is not a level that you practice.
Right.
And on Wingding,
on the Wingding, classic.
Like 80% of this level is an autoscroller. I might be even cutting it short, like probably 90.
Yeah. Sliding down these vines.
Yeah. But the other section is the climb at the end. There's a speed boost at the end, and there's a climb section. And for some of you that may know, climbing sections are famously in autoscrollers, I mean on platformers, for being hard to optimize.
Yeah.
Like And yeah, on this, how do you say this? These vines, they have names.
Wait, what do you mean the vines? What?
Yeah, they
They
have
got. They have like a real name for them.
yeah.
I don't know what they are.
Let me. I need to see. Sorry, I'll need to take down the name. I can't allow myself to not know that. Zipline.
Wingding. Oh, zipline. Okay, yeah. Wingding is this guy's in chat's favorite auto scroller. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. Sawmill Thrill's a lot better. Wingding's not even.
Okay,
top
here comes the damage boost from Goldfish. Let's see what he goes for. Okay, he goes for a pretty safe strat. That he can keep that momentum boost all the way to the end, but he pulled away from it. And he goes for the optimal climb here. Okay, a couple hiccups, but nothing major.
That's pretty good.
And let's see, Kruncha.
Ooh.
Oh, he didn't like that, so he pulled back. And we'll
Yeah.
see how the climb is for him.
Oh,
Oh, that's not
that's
good.
not. Oh.
Yeah, he missed the fish cycle.
Yeah, those little arrow fishes you can bounce off of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
one
was
of those times where you don't want the fish to get out of the way.
Yeah.
So fun.
that was pretty good.
Okay, Scowl is everyone's favorite boss.
Oh yeah, gotta love Scowl.
Yeah, he gives you all the tools to finish this fight quickly if you practice him. Like it's three hits per phase, and you see that he right away gives you 3x.
Now the catch is that nobody practices it, because why would you practice Scowl? So we might see a mess up, probably not, but it's possible.
Yeah, that's the big thing about him. Even as cool as he is, he's insanely punishing. Well, all boss fights are, but
Yeah.
if Goldfish messes up a phase, the race is gonna be pretty much tied,
Oh yeah.
or he might even lose the lead.
Scowl is especially painful
good.
because it's right after World 2, right before the game kind of starts, I would say. Or right before the game kind of starts, so if you have to reset on Scowl, it's really painful. Just because you never really got a chance to play the game. But, yeah.
Goldfish has to wait a little bit here, and Kruncha is on the second phase, which is the toughest one.
Right.
He looks pretty good, yeah.
Gets it. No problem.
So for phase 3, we have to wait. I think it's almost a minute to be able to hit him, which is the only bad part of this fight. These X, we have to wait a lot for them.
Yeah.
And you see, there's only 2x now. So we will have to, yes, hit with one. Now we want to hold on to this egg and bop him for the next hit while keeping on the egg. And for the last hit, we want to throw the egg. So if he messes this up, it's a minute of time loss.
Oh yeah.
Probably won't.
There is a way to hit these last 2 hits at the same time, though. Save quite a chunk of time, but it's not consistent. So
used to save 2 seconds, and we did it all the time on Wii U. At least the top runners.
Oh yeah.
But Funky's a little bit. His third boss is actually bigger. So he's fatter, basically. So he takes the hit from Scowl a little bit earlier, so the setup that we used to do doesn't work anymore. Yeah, it's crazy how a tiny change like that made that not possible.
Yeah.
You can get it, but there's ways around it, but none of them are consistent. Even Jams himself has gotten it by accident.
Yeah, I got it in a run.
Yeah. I remember seeing that, and it was, oh, snap! Maybe there's a setup. But no.
And then that run died to me quitting the game on accident. That's a classic.
Oh, really? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, this is another super fan favorite level. This is another level that runs on global cycles.
Yeah.
This case is, if if I'm not mistaken, it's 6.5 seconds.
That's probably right.
Yeah.
I'm
You
assuming
have no
that's
idea,
right.
right?
Yeah, I have no idea.
And we have a lot of leeway on the first part,
Yeah.
but on the second part we don't have much.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, yeah, they both seem to be on the perfect cycle. Besides
Yeah.
that, there's a trick at the end that saves between 3 and 4 seconds. That is to get on the barrel a tiny bit earlier than you're supposed to. It's pretty precise, it's easy to miss, but they're both really good at it. And interestingly enough, they both use different strats. So we'll see Goldfish here, like hopping on top of the snake to grab the grass as early as he can, and then timing this.
Ooh,
oh, he missed it.
Missed it.
So yeah, this is the backup. Oh, he wasn't comfortable waiting. I mean, jumping from the grass, so he waited actually. So that costs like 5 seconds. So if Kruncha gets this, he will cut up like
Catch up.
yeah, like 4 to 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Kruncha has a different strat. He goes on top of the snake and tries to get on top of the other one. Yo, he got it.
Nice.
So I tried the strat. I don't like it at all, but Kruncha's insanely consistent at it.
Yeah, I have no clue how he gets that. I've never gotten it. I've actually only gotten the other strat once though in a run, but it's a lot easier to me.
Oh, Goldfish went to Pound Town.
Wait, was that on accident or purpose? I'm sure that was on accident.
Yeah, an accident.
I thought maybe he was trying to like time the cool jump.
Set up for something. Nah. This level 3-2 Baba Bonanza, it generally goes under the radar. It's not much too unforgettable about this level.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. It plays really fast. Oh, Crunchy. Okay, he backed it up. So what was I gonna say?
I'm not sure.
You're
saying something about this level being pretty cool.
Yeah, this is actually one of the few levels that there is actually a super big time save that we could potentially go for here. But it's super precise.
Is it the grab jump bounce on the one jumping enemy?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was setting up for, but I don't know how that one works, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I probably was talking to. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about Pound Town, but yeah, you can how do you say? You can potentially save 5 seconds if you do go for that, but it's extremely precise. I don't know the frame window or the perfect window, but it's pretty close to one of each. Like you gotta be on the perfect spot and with the perfect timing.
Right.
And yeah, Pound Town, it's like rolling and slapping the ground or pounding. It's mapped to the same button. So if you're mashing that button and you're not holding properly the direction, you will start pounding uncontrollably, and it looks like that.
It's always a classic.
Yeah.
So this level also has a really high risk, high reward strat. If you switch to Cranky.
Yeah.
Which save like 3 seconds or something?
Yeah, sadly. On Wii U it used to say 15, but it was a must-go trick for the top level runners. But since we have to deal with Kong switches, there's no current Cranky barrel on this stage first of all. So that would mean that we would have to get Cranky from another stage, making that stage even slower.
Yeah.
So yeah, it goes from, if you count for the switches and the platforming on the other levels, it ends up only saving 3 seconds.
Dang. Yeah, it's definitely one of the coolest strats in the game. If you own a copy of this game, check out the IL leaderboards. Check out the world records. Definitely pretty dope.
It's like it's one of those cool party tricks that you want to show off. What is it useful for? Nothing. Yeah, and there's no point I can see in the, like, I guess if I wanted to beat my PB, for example, I would have to go for it, but even then, there's other ways around it. There's other stuff you can do.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of hard tricks,
Ooh,
this level
Scorch and
is
Torch.
extremely easy actually, but
Yeah.
on the ending there is thanks to Funky's double jump and grab jump in this case,
Hmm.
there's a way to get a faster vine cycle at the end.
Yeah.
It's extremely risky though. If they mistime it or if they mispace it, they will get hit by the fire and they won't be able to grab the vine at all. So this is actually one of the few cases that if you miss the trick, you die.
Yeah. And the checkpoint is not close at all, so it loses a lot of time.
Yeah. So here it comes. Goldfish go for it. Grab jump. Oh, he got
Nice.
it. Okay. Nice. Really good.
Let's see if Kruncha can get it.
Yeah, so you saw that he had to grab that vine, and that vine had fire on it.
Mm-hmm.
Not only you need to be fast, you also have to like outspace the fire.
Yeah.
Because if you're dead. Okay, come on, Kruncha, keep this a close race.
Oh.
Oh,
Nice.
he doubled super early and got it. I wonder if that was
Nice.
on purpose.
And now we're moving into probably the most boring level in the game. You just hold B. You can pretty much just hold B, take a bathroom break, do whatever.
Yeah, this is the saying: you hold A, hold A.
Yeah.
And the even newer one, created by, oh, I should say inspired by Mobfish, is hold B, go P. So yeah, this level basically we can actually hold the jump button, and you will, I guess, surf across the ceiling of the stage, and you can beat it. It's super easy. It's
like
super
Krunch is doing right now.
Yeah.
But luckily it's probably it is the shortest auto scroller in the game because we take the secret exit. So that's a nice touch, but still gotta sit through it.
Yeah. It's a nice break though.
Yeah.
Although, World 3 is not actually that stressful, I'd say. You have the ending 3-1, you have some tricks in 3-2, some precise stuff. 3-3 is usually a breeze. 3-4, you're stressed because of the ending.
Right.
And 3-5, it's a huge. It's a bit of hourly. It's good that it's there.
It's a good break because you're about to enter probably like some of the hardest levels in the game. You got World 4 to deal with C-Stack attack, and then the rest of the game, which is very difficult. So it's definitely a nice breather to get focused for the rest of the run.
Yeah, Bramble Scramble, obviously it's full of spikes. Absolutely full of it, of thorns, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Brambles.
Brambles.
It's in the name.
And any mistake will probably make them go into the spikes and lose a bunch of time.
Yeah. It's not the hardest level, but it's frustrating because you can lose a lot of time to getting stuck in the spikes, especially at the beginning if you miss that chicken.
Yeah, exactly. But so far it looks like a super solid
Pretty clean
level by Goldfish. I wonder what's his lead now. I have to check. Because on World 1 he was 18 seconds ahead, if I'm not mistaken. So it should be something like that because they have been playing really similar. Small hiccup from Kruncha.
Yeah.
Okay, 34:03 on level exit. On A press, I should say.
Alright, let's see the difference. I think Krunch has made a few more mistakes than Goldfish since then, so it's probably gonna be more.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah.
Looks like a 30-second event. A little bit more actually.
Yeah, like 30, a 30 something.
35.
34, 35.
Yeah, so basically they're one big death away from each other. I wonder if Kruncha remembered to take out the physical copy out of his Switch.
He's still
If
playing.
he
on
didn't,
it?
I'm gonna be super pissed. Because,
That
but
would
we'll see.
be interesting.
Okay, this boss fight, again, 3 hits per phase, 3 levels per 3 phases per fight, and but these guys they reset their health between each phases. So on each phase you want to take one of them as early as possible,
Yeah.
and you have to manage them to you have to manage the fight some ways to so you can manipulate their patterns, and you end up
That's-
hitting one of those 3 times as early as possible. Even though
Yeah.
sometimes that will cost you having to hit other that are not necessarily your target.
There's a lot of stuff going on that someone who hasn't learned or played this stage will really notice. It's definitely the easiest boss fight. I think anyone would say that, but like the first phase, you want to go to a specific position to make their vine swings as fast as possible. The second phase, you keep them on the ground faster to skip a cycle. And then the third phase here, you kind of just go with the flow. There's really not much. But yeah, there's definitely a lot more than you might think, and it can save a lot of time.
Yeah, there are a lot of time optimizations in this fight.
Right.
I remember on the Wii U, like not to show off, I was the one who started to refine this fight, like on the micro level. I mean,
Yeah.
the fight was pretty optimal, but not on the on the correct spacing and stuff.
Right.
And when I started doing grinds, I started having like splits that were 5 seconds better than most people goals. So it's a case where a bunch of small stuff adds up pretty quickly.
Yeah. Like when I was learning the game and playing it, like even when I had like a 127, I didn't realize how much time I had to save there. I think I had like it was something ridiculous, like 20 seconds or something, because I never learned the fight. And when I finally did, it was super easy and it saved a lot of time. So you don't really realize how much is going on. But Goldfish switching to DK. We're using DK and the Kong
Solo
family.
DK, what's he doing?
What is he doing? We want to pick up Diddy here. Is very fast underwater, which this whole stage or the whole world is underwater. We will be switching to Cranky for 1 level and for the boss fight, which saves a lot of time over Funky.
So swimming levels in general, it's a pretty good. It's a good consensus that they're as speed levels. I guess they work really differently. Like there's so much different stuff that you're trying to focus to save time. Cutting corners, this rocket boost that he's doing, he wants to have the rocket barrel boost button depressed as little as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really different from normal stages on land.
There's also
that being
things...
said,
Go ahead.
yeah, sorry. That being said, Diddy makes these levels so much better. Like, the alternative is to just corkscrew with the other Kongs, and that's so boring in my opinion. It's super monotonic. I don't know how to say it.
One-dimensional, like
yeah, like one-dimensional.
Like back when people were doing Funky only, like this world as Funky is probably the easiest world, but it's like one of the most complex and difficult and challenging worlds when you play as the Kong family. So it's definitely improves the run a lot, and it makes it faster.
What happened? Kruncha got Diddy. He either was super fast,
Wait, really?
or he was super slow. Yeah, I've never seen someone get that Diddy, so I'm guessing he made a mistake somewhere that cost him 4 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at Goldfish.
But yeah, that's cool that since Diddy adds that much depth, it also adds that much variance, so levels can be much more optimized.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite levels. 4A plays super well. You get to see all 3 Kongs. You saw there that
relics.
Yeah, you saw there that he was with Dixie, and Diddy was on cycle. Diddy speeds up that water section, so he can go fast enough that he can catch this cranky cycle.
And then Cranky is going to be used to access the secret exit
Yeah.
I do believe it is faster to take Diddy to the secret exit, but it's like impossible to. It's almost impossible to do.
It's basically, we were talking about this with Kruncha. Remember the jump that I was talking about 3-2? It's basically the same level of difficulty.
Yeah.
So we won't go for this in a very long time. Probably never. But yeah, not
It
only
does
Kruncha makes
speed up
this
the next
so
level.
easy.
It speeds up the next level quite a bit because we have to wait for a Diddy cycle in the next level. So it would save like, what is that, 6 seconds plus on the next level?
On that level, yeah,
Diddy.
like 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And on this level, you lose 3, if I'm not mistaken. I timed it so long ago.
So going on to Shoal Atoll, classic.
Everything looks good from Kruncha, so if we focus on Goldfish, he will swim now with Cranky to the first Diddy barrel. And you have seen on this on this world actually, you haven't seen that many barrel cycles, but on original mode, every conch cycle lined up almost perfectly. It was beautiful. But this, you saw the Diddy there, that we're not even we're so close to getting the first Diddy cycle, but it's impossible. So that's pretty sad.
So you gotta wait the however many seconds it is and do this level normally. In the Wii U version, there was a way to skip this whole level, but it's not in the game anymore. So you have to actually collect the keys and do probably the most boring game design level in the whole game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of a nice breather between between Rock and Relics and C-Stack Attack, which is one of the hardest levels in this world.
Yeah.
Probably in the game.
That being said, since this level is so long, but like I was talking actually with Spike yesterday. In my opinion, this is like top 3 levels in terms of difficulty to optimize.
Really?
Yeah. This level has so many small tricks about how to get the keys, when to time, when to do the rocket boost, how to transition between every room. Like for example, I knew I knew there was a lot of room for improvement. Before I started grinding runs on Switch, I said, okay, let's actually grind this level. And I had a time on the IL, you know, which were the strat I was always using. I did the IL and I saved like 10 seconds on it.
Damn.
10, like, so there's hidden between all of these swimming that they're doing. There's probably in total like 15 seconds of possible difference, adding up all these tiny optimizations.
Yeah, I could see that.
That being said, they both have gotten pretty solid levels.
Now we're moving on to C-Stack Attack. We're going to be using Cranky for the majority of this level. A lot of tight jumps and a barrel cycle we want to catch at the very end, which isn't too hard to get.
Yeah. So tell me your opinion. Do you like this level or not?
Me?
Yeah.
I definitely do not like this level. This level is probably one of the main reasons I stopped playing this game. From just losing runs. I spent days grinding this level, and then I still lost runs to it, and I kind of got really fed up with it, but
Yeah, for the ones who don't know, Jams was a fantastic overcomer. Yeah, there was a point that when every single mistake matters.
Oh no!
Goldfish doing
exactly.
the jumps himself.
Oh man, that sucks.
Okay, that's pretty much how every one of Jum's runs started dying.
Yeah.
On this level. It gets pretty frustrating.
Yeah.
Mostly because this section. Okay, solid backup either way.
Yeah.
Mostly because that section relies on a medium jump, and that's a rarity. No Kruncha!
Oh no! This isn't good. Damn.
So that section relies on a medium jump, which is a super rarity in this game. Usually on 99% of all the routing that we do, we can rely on we can route it so you have to do either a full jump or all the smallest possible.
Kruncha.
Kruncha, come on, what's happening?
He got Diddy instead of Cranky there, which is why I think he just killed himself. Damn.
Now he doesn't know where the barrel is.
But yeah, it's
that's what's sad about that part. So we have to rely on
yeah.
on you being good, basically.
Yeah.
There are no setups.
There is a safe strat there where you grab the vines, but can you still get the Diddy cycle if you do that?
Yeah, you can, but you have to you have to get their damage less strong down to be able.
Oh yeah.
So it is possible, but in average, and it's one of those levels that on practice it's gonna go well like 5 times in a row, you know.
Yeah.
But getting it first try on that run, that's the difficult part.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of tricks like that they're easy to get 5-10 times in a row, but on a run, getting it first try when you don't have the muscle memory of having practicing it, that's becomes way tougher.
Yeah, and then once you die, of course you don't have Cranky anymore, so you have to be able to do the solo DK backup. If you've never practiced that, it can that can suck.
Exactly.
But
Goldfish having a pretty good 4-6. This is the level that when the Switch version came out, Funky only was a really popular run because it was easy enough to learn, only one count to worry about, etc.
Right.
But Diddy on this level saves 20 seconds over Funky, which is obviously huge. And
yeah.
It makes it a lot more interesting as well.
It's definitely...
This level is super challenging.
Yeah. There's there's one pretty tight Diddy cycle that you have to pretty much play the whole level perfect to get.
Yeah, and each underwater cycle is 2 seconds for each Kong switch. Yeah. So if you miss that first Diddy cycle, you have to wait 5 seconds for the next one to appear.
Yeah.
So perfect. I wonder what base is he on. I'm pretty sure he's on at least mid 122 base, maybe even low 122 base. He's on a really good run. Oh no, he died actually. Yeah. He might be on high 122 base then.
Yeah.
But even then, it's a super solid run. But yeah, like Jam was saying earlier, we switched for Cranky now, and that's because Cranky's underwater ability is his cane. It's a hitbox that it extends, and that makes it so we can hit Fugu right up on his ass.
We can hit him all 3 times in one set of invincibility frames, whereas with Funky you have to be in invincibility frames for each hit, so it saves a lot of time by playing Cranky.
Yeah. And also, since we have an extra heart, that helps quite a bit too.
Oh yeah, it's a lot easier with the 6 hearts.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
That was solid.
That's basically perfect.
Yeah.
48-15. Let me see what base is that. Uh, 48 plus 45. That's high 122 base. So it's a really good run.
Yeah.
So that means Kruncha is probably in a mid 123 base, which is also really good. Like, don't get me wrong.
Is Kruncha's what's Kruncha's PB now? Is it still the 1420 or is it what is it now? Do you know?
It's the one that he got on that race you commented.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's not on the leaderboards, but it's 1 second away from Goldfish's.
That's right.
It's 120. 2409.
It was something like that. I remember that.
Yeah, Goldfish has a 124. No, Goldfish has a 12308, and Kruncha has a 12309.
Pretty much nobody posts their times to the leaderboard for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure why.
They try to play it cool.
Yeah, they try to be like, I'm gonna post it when I get
I'm way too cool for these leaderboards.
Yeah. But that just opens it up for me to get a higher position.
Assuming you run the game again.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're just trying to get me back in.
Life 1 it's a really I'm sorry, I feel like I get stuck on other levels. But 5-1, it's not too dangerous of a level. It used to be
Right.
way worse on Wii U, but this is one of the levels that Funky can double jump his way to victory.
Right.
He can double jump pretty much over all the dangerous hazards there are.
Yep. And a little barrel skip there to get to the end barrel quickly.
Yeah. We can get on that barrel where it's on the left, but it's super BS. Like
Yeah.
I still don't actually get it,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It feels like Mario 1 on the sub-pixel. Stupid.
Yeah. You
It
basically
feels like it. Like
you gotta go
do
for
the
the barrel
same,
skip.
You're on the exact same position, but nope, doesn't work.
Yeah. It's definitely kind of wild. Moving on to another auto scroller, Reckless Ride. Can't save any time here. Well, I mean, you can lose time on the timing the jump at the end, but that's about it to get into the end barrel. And Kruncha doing the one kind of cool trick in that level, getting it.
Yeah, that's what like the one trick we can
Yeah.
do now with
The
Funky.
bounce on the spike balls.
I'm not too familiar with the name of the strat. I think it's the King Sing.
It's something
I
like I
entered the community when when the names were also set in stone. So
yeah,
I don't know all
I
of
don't
them.
know any of the names either. Movefish always tells me them, and I'm like, I don't know why it's called that, but quite a distance between the two. But Goldfish could still die on Bashmaster and even it up.
Sure.
I know I said earlier that World 3 Baboom is the easiest boss, but I completely forgot that Bashmaster was even in the game. I guess you would consider him probably the easiest boss just because he's a auto-scroller.
It's really forgettable.
But,
I guess I'm the wrong person to ask, you know. I think that when you say that, I think like how hard it is to get absolutely the perfect fight.
right.
Which is not really the,
For me,
the
I
definition.
would still say Baboom's easier just because Bashmaster, you can lose a fuck ton of time if you mess up.
Well,
but-
you can in a couple of hits. Some of the there are 2 hits on Bashmaster that if you mess them up, it's 20 seconds. But
Yeah.
it's really it's hard to mess them up.
Yeah, true.
Especially, I guess we haven't talked about this, but on the Wii U there was RNG on, every boss fight. But on the Switch versions, thankfully, they had no reason to do this, but they set up, they fixed the RNG to a certain pattern on every fight.
Yeah.
And that pattern just so happens to be the perfect one for every single one of them.
Right.
Except a small thing on the last boss, but it's the perfect pattern for every fight. So
Yeah.
they did something very right. That's the thing that we're really grateful, and
Yeah.
it makes you wonder, like, why would they go out of their way? Like, it's obviously extra work, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't make
still
that much
made it.
sense. But they probably thought since there is were the ILs set RNG in the original?
Oh, we have
That's
to grind.
that's probably the reason. Was the IL leaderboard in game? I would
yeah,
assume.
to make it more legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's still really good from them.
I will argue that it is a bad thing that they took out RNG because now you can no longer blame your runs on RNG.
Yeah, it's all skill.
Yeah, now it's if you mess up, it's your fault, or it's oscillation. You can blame it on that, which is nice.
Okay, Goldfish not going for his own strat.
Damn.
There's a way to not having to stop there. But I guess he doesn't remember it. I don't know.
He came up with it and he doesn't remember it.
Yeah,
Nice.
he had a really good setup for that section.
Dang.
Yeah, this level is really cool. It plays super well.
Yeah.
This small section on these conveyors speed you up, so you want to roll on them as much as you can.
Mm.
There's some model optimization here
Ooh.
with the grab jump,
Kind of
Get it.
fucked it up, but it's alright.
and there's a pretty scary jump that you can do here. He doesn't go for it. Why?
Oh.
Boo!
SMH.
Okay, there was a really scary leap of faith that you can take there, and you can. It's the grab jump is not enough, but you can barely if you throw in a super tiny hover, you can take it and saves like a lot of time.
I didn't even know about that. And you know I'm a pretty high tier player, so I don't know how I didn't even know about that. That's a high up strat.
Yeah.
But Kruncha finally in the level.
Oh yeah,
or 5, 3.
I haven't talked about grab jumps, but grab jumps is basically just if you add a grab before a double jump, you go a little bit higher and a little bit further. It's I guess I like a glitch mechanic, but it's super sick for us for speedrunners.
It's extremely useful. It makes a lot. There was a lot of jumps that were barely not possible and now are, so it makes a lot of levels really fast. Just adds another level of complexity to the movement, which is really nice.
Yeah. Okay, Goldfish is actually... Yeah, that was a really solid 5-4 intro. He might have been practicing this level because this movement is really smooth.
Yeah. At the end of this level, there is a climb that you can utilize grab jumps and save a lot of time, which was that climb possible before grab jumps? I don't think it was. Close. Yeah. So it's way faster, way more clean now. You don't have to wait for the spinning platforms or anything.
Yeah. Well, this level has, well, like Jump said, there's that climb that is pretty tricky, and there was a bomb throw.
Right.
But it's pretty tricky for some people.
Yeah.
I know Spike Vegeta claims that he's not physically able to do it.
I mean, if I'm able to do it consistently, I feel like Spike should be able to do it, but that's just me.
It's really funny that he goes for all sorts of crazy stuff, but that...
Yeah, that's the one thing he doesn't.
Oh, that's an interesting strat there.
That's pretty dope.
I wonder if that's faster. Goldfish did something different. It should be the same, I think. Yeah, it should be the same.
Either way, pretty clean.
Yeah, super clean 5-4.
Oh yeah.
As expected.
Of course. Moving into Jammin' Jams, the hidden level, 5B. This level is also a global cycle level, so you gotta worry about the button and the other platforms moving in and out, messing up at all. Screws up everything.
This level was actually pretty lenient until I was watching Kruncha do a run, and he figured out a way to basically rush through this whole first section.
Yeah.
Which normally wouldn't save time, but he figured out a way for the second section so Funky could save time. Yeah,
there is a Kruncha cycle on this level that's a lot faster.
Yeah, it saves like 4 seconds. So we'll see how Goldfish isn't stopping at all. So he wants to catch this button on its way down, like pretty early on.
Got the button.
He got it. That's the first part. He's not on the clear.
Now he's got to get
through this part. He takes a hit there. That's normal. He needs to be now really clean on the shaft.
Ooh. Was he supposed to grab?
Yeah, that's a setup. And now, okay, he seems to be a little bit late on that cycle, but he should be able to save time. Yeah, he got the route basically.
Yeah.
And if he does all that perfectly, no, he doesn't get stomped by those thingies at the end, and he can go right to the owl and then up right into the barrel. That was super sick.
Very clean.
And that was a sub 59 5B, which is really good.
That is really good.
It's one of those gold times that you want to achieve on a 122 base run or low 133 base.
That level is also an extremely hard level. Well, not extremely. It's kind of a pain in the ass to practice because you can't do it in time trial mode.
Yeah. Okay, so Kruncha messed up pretty early on, so it can be a little bit bad. Let's see. Okay, so 5-6 is way too interesting of a level to talk about Kruncha. Hopefully he doesn't mess us up, but we'll see. On these watermelon springs, you can get insane amount of momentum, and the ice helps to keep it.
Right.
So there's, if I'm not mistaken, 3 boosts that you can get. Goldfish got the first one already. Here comes the second one. He apparently doesn't know this strat. Oh, he does
There you
know
go.
about it.
Easy
Okay,
money.
he learned it on this time.
Free.
During this time, he was racing Spike earlier, and he didn't get it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At least I misunderstood him, but I'm pretty sure that's what he meant.
Mm-hmm.
So he got all 3 boosts. Oh!
A little
Nice
mess
little-
up at the end, but
Nothing
that was
major.
really clean.
Okay, Kruncha's ending actually seemed good, so he should. Maybe he got a pretty good level there. I don't
I
know.
wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah.
I'm too infatuated with Bashmaster right now, going on Goldfish, the best level, everyone's favorite level.
Okay, so Goldfish's lead is like a minute and a half. At
Yeah,
this point, he would really have to throw.
yeah, he pretty much just has to die on Bashmaster.
Yeah, he would have to. Yeah, basically, he would have to really screw up a boss fight,
Yeah,
like in a really big manner.
it's pretty hard to screw up Bashmaster, and Frederick's pretty consistent too, so I doubt he's gonna fail either of those.
So,
Pretty much.
Bassmaster, you saw Scowl earlier that he was always vulnerable, so as soon as you got the X in your hands, you can hit him. Bassmaster is one of those old school bosses that you have to wait for his 30 seconds of invulnerability, so he decides to be vulnerable again.
Yeah.
So all of this time, and the main reason why we can't speed up this fight at all is because all of this time during all of these animations, he's invulnerable until he drops like his mallet from his
Or
eye
until he
line, I
gets
guess.
you a watermelon bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
This level is also the longest level in the game. It's almost like it's not almost 4 minutes. It's like 3 minutes something, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit more than 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It feels like 10 though.
Yeah, it's not fun playing this at all. Especially when you have to think about getting a good World 6 right after it. Yeah, not much going on. If you miss a watermelon throw, one of them loses like 45 seconds. Like, it can destroy your run if you mess up. So you do have to kind of pay attention.
Usually it's 20, but some of them they can get as painful as that. But yeah, so there's a couple ways to have fun with this fight, believe it or not.
In mallet surf.
Goldfish used to bop on the mallet and ride it all the way. He used to do it. He actually did it on AGDQ 2015, but I guess he's not that fun anymore.
I think he doesn't realize it actually saves time to surf all the way on the mount.
And Kruncha used to go for these invisible bounces, which it's like a remnant hitbox that stays on the stage for a little bit, and you can bounce on it. But Kruncha not going for that either.
Kruncha will hopefully go for the baseball skip, where he goes way off screen and then hovers back. That's a classic fan favorite.
I think Kruncha listens to the commentary on these races, so Kruncha, if you're hearing, go for the invisible bounces, man.
Yeah, let's see the invisible bounces, let's see the baseball, hover, let's see it all.
This fight's pretty long, so he will surely hear it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Goldfish about to finish the fight. Sub 104, exactly 104. Let me see how good is that. Yeah, it's mid 122 pace.
That is really good.
Yeah, and it has a death.
Yeah.
That's assuming he plays perfectly. That's what I mean with the pace, but yeah, most likely on a solid run, it's a high 122.
Yeah.
Okay, can you talk about 6-1? Because I want to see if Kruncha decides to go for
all
invisible bounces.
So 6-1, not too much going on. We got some nice barrel skips here at the beginning, right to the third barrel, and then shot right onto the ramp. Gonna get a momentum boost coming up here from some vines, and then
this is the disappearing monkey.
Oh yeah, there you go. Classic.
This is so confusing. But yeah, he took a damage boost and he was waiting basically off stage to Kruncha, to Bashmaster to do his animation.
But yeah, pretty much all that goes on in 6-1 is that one momentum boost and not getting hit by that blue owl at the end due to oscillation.
Yeah.
Clean 6-1. So Krunch is a minute 36 behind, I think is what it was. So you know, Goldfish could die multiple times. That's about all that can happen. If he gets the HDQ barrel, that would kill the run.
Yeah, he would have to go for bad manners in the autoscroller and die.
Well, he has to really mess up something.
Yeah.
6-2 also
is Grand Finals a 3 out of 5?
It looks like it is. From
Jesus!
I know.
3 out of 5.
Aren't they? They have it scheduled to do one every day, though, right? Same time every day.
I'm pretty sure they said something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have the super climactic grand final. This tournament was kind of it kind of slowed down a bit because a lot of the players kind of stopped playing as much.
It says best of 3 on the challenge.
Really?
Yeah. So
Well,
I don't know what's the.
It's best of 5 now.
Yeah.
They're making it more intense.
They'll have to suck it up and give us more dong.
Oh man. But both players doing fine so far. The first 3 levels of World 6 are pretty easy. Pretty hard to mess them up. This 6-3, there's kind of a place at the beginning you can mess up.
Yeah, all of them have like time optimizations here and there, but nothing that potentially can end your run.
Yeah, you're not going to lose your run here.
Yeah. 6-3, there was like what James was saying, there's a chain on enemies that you can do. And they changed something from the Wii U version. For some reason, this ice hill gives you more speed than on the Wii U.
Oh yeah.
So we try to keep this speed as much as we can.
Yeah.
So we roll on ice there, that doesn't slow us down, and we chain it all the way to this ledge, and we still keep some of its speed. So that was a perfect boost from Goldfish.
Yep.
It's hard to see the slight speed increase, but it ends up saving like 2 seconds if you get the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was funny. I actually discovered that, and I discovered it by doing an original mode run for fun. And I jumped at the same place that I always do with Cranky, and I died.
And you messed up.
Yeah.
Dang.
And it's one of those mistakes that you did everything right, that the world didn't. The world said no.
Something changed.
Yeah, so I tried to figure out what the hell was going on, and yeah, we have more speed now, which is also a super positive change for us.
On to the last auto-scroller.
Yes, and sadly, it's another rocket barrel.
Yeah. Pretty much all the auto-scrollers we play are pretty boring, other than, I guess, the first 2. I'm not a fan of that.
Would you consider this one boring though? It's usually pretty.
Yeah, this one it's like you got 6-5 left. You got the hardest levels in World 6 left. You're on a good pace. It gets pretty intense on this level, but
So okay, for you, like for a new runner, are you ever afraid of dying on this rocket barrel level?
Oh, I have died on this rocket barrel. Yes.
but it's like a huge concern because I'm spoiled, you know. I'm used to having 2 hearts, so that was pretty scary.
It's I mean it's not anymore, but I never practiced this level. I would die all the time on the auto scrollers because obviously I'm not gonna practice an auto scroller. But once you learn the layout, like after 5 runs, you're good. You're set for life.
Okay, so you're confident that even if you take a hit, you will still be good to go, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there has been times where I like take 2 hits on a bad run, and I'm like, ah, shit, I gotta pay attention, and then I die. But it usually doesn't happen. If I'm paying attention, it's pretty easy. But I'm usually thinking about 6-5. I'm usually sweating balls about 6-5.
Yeah. So there's so much going on 6-5 that we might as well start talking about it now.
Yeah.
6-5 has always been the sickest level in the game, basically.
Yeah.
And most of it's due to its history, honestly. Like very early on the Wii U days, it was a level with a lot of gaps, really huge gap actually. So the logical way to go was to use Dixie.
Yeah.
And they was figured out that Dixie could carry some momentum, which with the flutter provided a lot of versatility to the route. But 6-5 also has these snowflakes, and someday it was figured out that Cranky could booga off them, and that changed the whole route. Because Cranky, as you saw earlier, well, you actually didn't see it, but trust us, Cranky can carry momentum. So,
I like the snowflake emoji.
So Cranky made 6-5 so much better because all of the Cranky would basically carry momentum through all these huge gaps there are. And Funky can not only bounce on the snowflakes, but can also double jump. So you can already think that what Funky can do on this level is tremendous.
You can haul ass through this level.
Yeah.
By bouncing on a snowflake.
So that translates to 3 boosts. The first one is the easiest one, and it looks sick.
Right.
The second one is the most difficult one, and it's terrifying. And the last one, it's not free at all, and it's also super cool.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Here comes Goldfish with the first one. There's a good route for this. Everything seems fine.
There you go.
Yeah,
easy
he got
peasy. Going for the second boost.
Yeah, this is the second one that Kruncha came up with. And he has this looks really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's nailing every visual cue. Yeah,
nice.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, Goldfish it's really famous for finding visual cues for basically everything. So I'm sure that he knows every step of the way to get that boost.
Yeah.
And this is the last one. Oh, he goes for the old school strat, but it looks perfect. Yeah, this was a fantastic 6-5 from Goldfish.
Perfect.
This is basically as clean as you can get it, and as much as you can go for. Like DIL, it's honestly like a couple seconds faster than that, but that's just because of the speed that we get. Right. Goldfish got a pretty good speed on the second boost, but there's a way to get even more speed. But that's really unmanageable and unreliable. So that's the fastest RTR strats that you can go for.
Goldfish going into the only silhouette level we're going to be doing. A lot of people mad about that, not getting to see a Miss Abyss. But this level has got a couple of clean grab jumps, especially in the climb section at the end. Pretty clean level. There is also a grab jump after the dinosaur head, or somewhere around there. That's pretty good. Oh!
Kruncha had a hiccup and screwed up the whole route, sadly.
Damn. But he had a backup for it, so he didn't die.
Yeah, he's not going for the second one
either.
He's
gonna go for the backup second strat, not too bad.
Yeah, that's the sad part. If you miss the first one, which you shouldn't, but if you do miss it, the cycles get screwed up for the second one, so you can't go for it. So.
Let's see if he at least gets the third one.
Goldfish actually, as far as I know, the last time I checked, has world record actually on this stage.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you can see that his movement has been extremely clean.
Oh yeah. Kruncha flying through that last boost, perfectly fine.
Yeah. So really solid recovery from Kruncha, despite not being able to get this first boost. Yeah, both playing really solid overall. Obviously, Kruncha, a few more mistakes, but even then, really clean run from both. Frozen Frenzy, it's a really sick level. It has a lot of gaps. We have platform cycles all over the place, and we have electricity, which makes it so we can step on those platforms that are electrified, obviously.
Yeah, lots of damage boosts and a lot of health management. If you mess up, you gotta go for the slow strats.
Optimally, I think, like with IL strats, you go for 2 hits, and on RTA is 3 if you're really fast. But most people will go for 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So we'll see how much that Goldfish goes for. Okay, this is the first one. Damage boost there to avoid grabbing the vines.
Yep.
Then there's one on this after this huge jump here. Just for consistency.
Yeah.
If you don't do that,
really
you have
hard
to
skip.
Yeah. If you don't do that, you have to do a really small roll jump that it's not easy at all. He goes okay to that section. There's the third one here. Yeah. And there's the barrel skip at the end. That Goldfish told me that I should always go for it. So we'll see if he goes for it.
And he does. Damn.
He goes for it. I really thought he wasn't gonna go for it. But yeah. That saves. That looks really cool.
Saves save time?
Saves 0.2.
Dang.
So I don't go for it.
Yeah, I would definitely never go for that.
Yeah, but it's really cool, and Goldfish loves those tiny little things that look really cool, so I can understand him going for those. That being said, Kruncha had a really 6-6 if I looked at it correctly. I was looking at the corner of my eye.
Now into 6-8. Ramby, our good old friend, coming back. We have to use him in this level because you can't get through these walls without Ramby. So one of the worst levels in the game.
Yeah. Not only they force it on you, that's not the bad part at all, but the bad part is that we have to wait a lot. Thankfully, there are some cool strats here, like going under that platform. Yeah. But what makes it so bad is that we have to wait, but not only wait, we have to wait on tilted ice platforms. So you can't even like take your hands off the controller. You know, you have to actively wait, which is really.
It is the worst.
It's like uncomfortable. I don't know. Like you're actively doing nothing.
The devs had the audacity at the end to put a barrel in front of a wall for like a good 10 seconds, so you can't press anything.
Oh yeah.
It's,
famous HDQ barrel.
Yeah,
that's what we
not
know
a fun level.
There's a cute little strat here that Goldfish came up with.
Damn, I didn't even know about that.
It's not faster, don't worry about it.
I mean, you get to skip Ramby, you don't have to use Ramby.
Yeah, it's cool though, but
makes it a little more interesting.
Yeah, the double jump anyway makes this level a lot better from what we used to do with just Cranky.
There's the wall I was talking about.
Yeah.
Passes it no problem.
Yeah, so right now it's basically dash, you go right to the end. Kruncha, I'm pretty sure, had a really good 6-7. Like, it's really hard to watch both streams, but his splits tell me that he had a really good one.
Goldfish not killing Ramby at the end? I don't know about that. That's bad luck for Frederick. We'll see if he we'll see how Frederick goes.
Yeah. I don't know if Goldfish actually has the stream open when he races. What I know for
I don't know.
What I know for a fact is that he respects Kruncha a lot. Like enough to prepare for him.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for sure.
He probably won't admit it on the interview, but he knows there's a super good chance that Kruncha beat him.
Yeah.
On any good day.
Definitely did not prep for his match against me though. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
No way.
Okay, Frederick. There's 9 hits total, and there are 3 early throws. That doesn't count to like as damage to him, but each one of these saved 4 seconds. Okay, he got
the first one.
Got the first one.
Yeah, you gotta hit him so he comes to the foreground so you can hit him when he's running past.
Exactly.
If you miss any of these hits, it's a very, very big time loss.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, didn't miss any of the first one.
Thankfully, we have good setups.
Yeah.
Like we always jump at the same part of Frederick's animation, and we just switch the place in which where we wait for him.
Yeah.
That being said, if you have those down, like I said, the early throws are the biggest deal, and they're really difficult.
Yeah. The first one's not that bad, but the rest of them are. I can't even get them ever.
Yeah. In theory, they're not punishing because if you miss them, you should be able to get the same timing on the second throw anyway. But yeah, some people are scared of them.
Ooh,
he got the second one actually.
That's
okay, Goldfish is on a really good pace then.
Yeah.
He's having a perfect fight so far. And he's used to getting all 3 of them, so he might actually. I would not be surprised if he gets the 3rd one as well. Because I'm messing up with this fight. I discovered that if you miss the 2nd one, the 3rd one changes its pattern.
Oh really?
Yeah. So that's why if you miss the 2nd one, almost nobody will get the 3rd one.
Damn.
But since Goldfish is used to it, I don't know, man.
We'll see.
We might see a perfect fight.
That would be amazing. That would be the first one of the tournament, I'm pretty sure. I highly doubt anyone got the 3 early throws already.
Yeah, what we see from most runners is that they go for one of them, and then the other 2 they don't bother. Okay, we'll see. This is a really good pace, like I said. He was so
barely
close.
missed that last one.
So at least we get to see what happens if you don't get them.
You know, Movefish, this is pretty lit.
This is the last 3. There's 7.
And that's the game.
What a beast. 122.35.
Michael Goldfish is done. He wins the first game of the best of 5, apparently. Grand finals. Let's see how Kruncha does. This Frederick.
Yeah, so why does he always does that? He always has fucking fantastic runs.
Yeah. He's amazing under pressure, for sure.
I remember when I started running the game, I had huge issues with getting nervous, and I actually asked him for help. He's really nice in that way.
Oh, yeah.
And I wish I could remember what he said to me, but I don't. I think it was something like trust in what you practice, like know what that you're doing. It's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, you can't think too hard about it. You just gotta do what you do.
Yeah. And now when people ask me for advice, I remember like just asking me for something like for some advice like that. And I'll tell them something like that, like know what you're about to do and not what you're not want to do, you know? Think in positive terms, like I have to do this, jump here, not like don't do that. Do this.
Don't think if I die on C stack it's over, because Goldfish just got a 22 with a death in C stack. Pretty insane.
How do we get Goldfish on interview? Do we have to message him?
I think someone already messages him. I think the bot messages him to jump in here. So we'll see
yeah.
what happens.
What I always say is that Goldfish's mentality is brilliant. It's so good.
It's insane.
And when he does make a mistake, he usually says that, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
He shakes it off seriously. Okay. Really good run from Kruncha. 124 is really good. Sub 125 is what most people would wish for in any given scenario on a non-reset. Oh yeah, we forgot to mention, that's a PB from Goldfish.
Dang.
Not a huge surprise because he never grinds attempts.
Yeah.
This is more adequate to what he's really capable of doing.
Alright, let's see if either of these guys are going to join in here for a quick interview.
What I wanted to... It looks like Kruncha had a 9-4-9 fight, but might have had some issues on some throws according to that split. Yo, who do we have here?
Kruncha.
Crunchy!
What's up, man?
Like Kruncha had a 9-4-9 fight. Kruncha, please mute your...
We can hear the stream through your mic.
Crunchy!
Dang it.
Nice.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay.
So, congratulations on that time. I'm not sure if you're happy, but it was a really solid time regardless.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it wasn't too bad, and I think it's good that because like in our last two races, both Goldfish and I had a really good run the first race, and then we both had a really not good run the next race. And I lost both of those, so I think it's better that I have like a mediocre bad run on the run where he does really well.
That's smart right there.
Yeah, because it would have been kind of frustrating if I like PB'd by 30 seconds and still lost.
Yeah. I understand that.
So yeah.
So I need to ask. I'm only expecting one answer. Did you remember to take out the physical copy?
Yes. Why would I put it back in? I took it out once. I'm not gonna put it back in.
Okay, thank God. I don't know, man. You might have your parents at your apartment and screw up everything again. That happens. Maybe they wanted to play some trap on the physical copy. So, how did you feel about your run? It was going really smoothly until 4-5.
Yeah, 4-5 was the only one that like kind of made sense because I mean 4-5 is hard. Yeah, I lost time in a couple of really weird places. You saw.
Yeah, they were pretty particular deaths.
And then 4-1 was the absolute worst. Right? I just got stuck on the lights.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's what I missed. Yeah, I saw.
We missed that.
Yeah, we were watching Goldfish, and then I saw you getting Diddy cycle, and I said, okay, either Kruncha is a god, and he got the Diddy cycle that no one's gotten before.
Yeah.
Before he
because it wasn't even the rotating lights. I've missed the rotating lights plenty of times, but not the stationary.
Dang.
I literally just couldn't hold it out.
That's pretty tough to do, though.
Yeah.
So that's sort of an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Okay. After that, World 5 was good, I think. A little bit shaky in some places.
Yeah, I think World 5 was solid.
I can't remember. Did you die anywhere else? I can't remember actually.
I don't think so. He had that massive mess up at the very beginning, but that was about it.
Because his World 6 was good, so
yeah,
there must have been something in World 5. Or not.
I think the next worst thing was 1-1. How much time what was that like? That was at least 10 seconds, right?
Oh yeah, what happened in 1-1?
Yeah, he just missed the jump like 3 times.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, is Goldfish joining us?
Stuck in the water. I got stuck in the water in 1-1 and kept trying to come to the raft and missing.
That's the worst.
Yeah, water is not my friend. That's the story.
Yeah.
Okay, Goldfish says he needs an invite. The bot never sent him a message. How do we do that? I really want to get Goldfish's thoughts.
I don't think we have permission to invite.
Come on.
Who's running this? Speed game and get your shit together. Come on. SMH. Can't even get the winner in the interview.
Okay, I told someone.
Alright, Movefish coming in with a request. He's saying that Yak blocked him on Twitter. Interesting. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Apparently Movefish has been blocked by Yak on Twitter. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe we can get Movefish. Maybe we could get Fish on commentary on one of these next races and you can talk about it. Maybe that can
Let's not do that on.
Why not?
on Jock's turn.
Gotta make some buzz. Gotta get some buzz for the attorney.
I'm more than happy if you do that for Aguncat, but whether we like it or not, it's Jock's turn.
Goose. Gotta get White Goose to make that video so we get that big trap boost. You know that's what we've been waiting for. Alright, let's get Goldfish in there.
Okay, Cyclone says that you have to mark him done. You already did.
I did. I made them both done. They're both done. Done 1, done 2. It's already done. Goons cast is dead. I agree. Yeah, who has permission to invite them?
I'm talking to them. Hopefully they do it soon enough. Kruncha, please.
What?
He keeps turning.
Don't
His
unmute us.
audio keeps coming through.
Okay,
What?
so
Oh,
Yo, my boy.
hey!
We made it.
What's up, man?
Sup? Yo, your boy went in.
That was hot. That was
We're in
amazing.
there.
Yeah, great
yo,
run.
sick run, dude.
GG's, Kruncha, GG's. Onegaishimasu, as they say in Japan. I learned new vocabulary this week. Very cool, very cool.
Okay, so tell the people the honest truth. Did you practice? How much did you practice?
Oh,
Tell
I
me.
popped off for the last 24 hours.
Okay, so
Like-
last
like
24 hours.
36
you went.
hours,
I can believe that.
I did like rough run-throughs of every level so that I remembered exactly what the hell to do. So maybe like 5 to 10 minutes a stage. And then I did a race against Spike earlier today.
Yeah.
Or I guess yesterday now, it's midnight Eastern. But yeah, after Spike did his Zooter stuff, we did a race. Because he was going to do an offline anyway. And yeah, and then we did this, and here we are.
It really amazes me how little you need to practice.
Oh man, this is what I do. It happened with Yoshi, it happens with
Apparently.
this. I get all my best runs in races.
Yeah, so
Because it's the only time I actually do runs.
So tell us your thoughts about that run. I mean, do you have any thoughts besides 4-5? I don't know.
Yeah, not
Light
really.
it.
I'm
Light
happy
us.
with every single thing except it sucks that I died. Like even if 4-5 was super sucky and I didn't die, I would have been happy. But the run still's a death, which is too bad.
Yeah, I noticed that you made a lot of tiny mistakes, but you corrected them super quickly. So none of them were terrible.
Yeah, nothing was big enough to like even remotely tilt me. Because there was like,
Exactly.
especially in 6-3, where I just missed the barrel because I kind of just like stopped paying attention to the game. I was actually talking to Topher about Japanese, but but yeah, so there are little things like that where Funky kind of is just like, Goldfish, what the fuck's wrong with you? Sorry, what the heck's wrong with you? But besides the little stuff like that, that was super sick. That was a lot better than I thought it would go.
Yeah, I was saying on stream that you gotta respect Kruncha, right? Yeah, like, there's no way you would prepare to do a run like this for all of the people.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you have like winged your way on other races.
Oh yeah, I practiced because I know if I don't practice, I will lose. Like,
Yeah, right?
guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Kruncha can beat you on any good day.
You know,
And-
especially with the hidden Crunchy with the hidden best times not uploading to the leaderboards, bro. I saw through the ruse. The shadow jutsu did not hide your PB from me, sir. We're freaking a second apart until this.
That was my plan the whole
That's
time.
actually
I was trying to
wild.
lull you into a false sense of security so that you wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, for those who don't know, they were actually, before this race, they were actually 1 second apart on their previous.
Yeah, it was
Was actually
2309. I had
that roast.
2308. I know. I had my agent do some reconnaissance mid-run. Because I was telling him, I was like, I'm pretty sure Kruncha plays way better than like high 124. Like, there's no way this is still
Yeah.
the best it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure enough.
And
Crunchy's
you
done.
hadn't raced them on digital yet.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Oh, was this a digital? You went there?
Yep.
So
Yeah,
this was legit. Nice, dude.
Yeah,
Yep.
these were legit wins.
I'll remind everyone, just like in the last interview, it's my 3rd copy of Tropical Freeze.
That's so. Oh yeah, counting Wii U. I was gonna say like you bought physical
Dang.
toys. Like what are you doing?
$180, well spent.
I know. I hate that digital. You don't get the sales. Yeah, I spent like 90 something on my copy of Trop, and it's like it's a port. Like, come on.
I can't wait for the new Nintendo Switch to come out with better load times. Gonna have to buy that for try.
Oh yeah, the new
God.
Switch. I like to call it.
Jesus Christ.
12 gigs of RAM.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I guess
I
the only question I have left is how are you guys going to prepare for next race, knowing how this one won?
feel like we're both gonna practice 4-5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are you gonna do the 24-hour regimen again for next time?
Oh, probably not too extreme. I think I'm just gonna race Spike again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just to have the warm up, because for our last races we did, I tried to do the whole mental game where you don't play the game and you kind of just focus on yourself and trust that you can do it, and then I completely beefed it. So no, we're playing the game again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
It'll
works.
probably be little stuff. Fix the 4-5.
Uh-huh.
Do 6-3 while not speaking Japanese. And just like the little things like that to make sure I can like go through them and not be an idiot. But other than that, it'll just be like do a race and then do it again.
How about you, Kruncha? Like, do you have even time to do another run, or you will have to do a small 30-minute practice session like today?
Yeah, I'll do probably a little bit more later tonight, and then for the next race when I get home.
Okay, sick. I guess next race is already scheduled.
Yeah,
Should I
it's
be
tomorrow at the same time. Tuesday
Ooh,
at 10:30
so-
p.m. Eastern.
Okay, so tomorrow, same channel, same time.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe not the same channel. Do we know it's
Oh yeah.
We do not.
Yeah, we're
To
not
the
sure.
best of my
It's gonna be on
knowledge.
Speed Gaming 1.
Ooh,
premiere,
you're calling
for
it?
Sure, I'm calling it right now.
Oh, Speed Gaming 0, even better.
Yeah.
Dude.
Exactly. It might
It's
be
just Speed Gaming.
the very final one is gonna be on Speed Gaming 8 for sure. The mega backlog.
Who's the,
Oh yeah, so what is the structure again? You were saying on the during the race that it was like 3 of 5, but I was thinking it was like I'm coming.
These are
from-
3 out of 5 twice?
I have no idea.
that's
My
what-
understanding is that
that's
it's
what it
2
is on
sets of
Twitter.
2 out of 3. The way like fighting games do it, where
That's what
Kruncha
I
wins the
thought
2 out of
too.
3, he puts me in losers, and then we 2 out of 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
But if I win the
okay.
2 out of 3, then I knock him from losers out of the tournament, and it's
Yeah,
Alright.
it's like that. It on the
I'm fighting
challenge
for my
thing,
tournament
on the
life
bracket thing,
now.
says it's a 2 out of 3, but we got
So,
an updated stream layout that says 3 out of 5. So
Oh,
I think
You
that's
gotta-
just
Oh, no.
Speed Gaming messing up.
I used all
think-
my energy today, dude. I wasn't ready for the long game. I bet
think it-
Kruncha knew about this.
Yeah, he was listening to the commentary. He got the insider
And the
scoop.
heckin' Shadow Jutsu coming again. I didn't see this one.
Dang.
Unreal.
yeah, so we'll have to get confirmation on that.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah, that'd be
we'll-
nice to know.
yeah, man. The strats change between 2 out of 3 and 3 out of 5.
Yeah,
We
like I
gotta
play
figure out-
differently if I have to do multiple
Yeah.
stats, you know? Like, I'm gonna
You gotta
save some
figure out-
techniques for later.
Exactly, the mental
I mean,
game.
this isn't my PB. I only have a 124 crunch. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so we should be getting ready to wrap up, probably.
I think that's good. Do we know what's next on Speed Gaming?
I have no idea how.
Probably
How could
something
you
good.
not know? Come on.
Probably something really good. I can guarantee it. It's gonna be something really good. Let me check.
What if it's the messenger?
I don't think there's anything. I think that's it. I think we're the end.
Oh, we're the end.
I don't know. I don't know how to read calendars.
Jesus.
Well, you see, there's a month at the top.
Yeah, I don't get. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
College college
I don't
night
think-
jumps, everyone.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything next. But there's lots of speed running on Twitch. If you love speed running, keep watching. Follow these great runners, Michael Goldfish and Kruncha.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna be it. I'm gonna finish the episode. I'm gonna click the button. I'm clicking it right now. Any last words?
Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, Kruncha, for being a humble and competitive teammate. Always fun racing with you. Excited to chill at AGDQ for a big AGDQ race. Should we plug that before we go?
Well, what?
Yeah.
And the GDQX rate or run.
Yeah, Spike is a
coming up.
GDQX run.
That's like in a week.
TwitchCon. We have a 3-person race between me, Kruncha, and Spike at
Oh, dang.
AGDQ on Monday, 5 p.m. I think is the scheduled time.
Man, how do we get into 2 GDQs in a row? That's,
Yeah, I don't know, man.
wild. That's wild.
But yeah, I think that's
Conspiracy
everything.
there. All right. I'm hitting the button. It's over.
See ya.
See ya.
See you later.
All right, that's the end.